Hey traders, guys, just doing an update on BTC, both the futures and if we look at the cash market. I haven't really done the cycle work um, this week, so I think it's important to look at. We don't really have a turning point. The last directional change was the 18th, and all it did was produce a higher low above the last turning point, which was in the beginning of September, which produced a lower high. So we cycled from a lower high to a low. That level is 6106. But you'll see here in a second the daily. Well, this is the daily right now. You can see that the cycle's high on the stochastic, and then the futures, it's the same thing across the weekly and the daily duration. So probably shouldn't expect any new higher high till at least October now. And then it's going to be really important to see if we were to make a new lower low, which would have to be below 5,800. That's not our call. It's definitely not our call, but that would matter if we did that on a turning point. So the next big spot is October. We're still on this purple line here is the other sine wave. That's basically still early. This could be an October type of move potentially. And then the longer wave, we're already on the what we call the right-hand side of the chart there with 8.6 months from the high in December, January, puts us in September, October. So I think we're really close to a big move either way. Most likely we're kind of thinking that's going to be the upside, and then you'll know with price confirmation once we get above one of these lower highs. And then here's a good look on a multi-durational look. When you look at futures, there's no data on the monthly level per cycle, but then each one of these weeklies has been a lower high. Lower high, lower high, lower high. I actually marked it up here. That's clearly the long-term pattern we're in. And then we have a floor down here, right? 5,800, 6,000 is the floor. That's nothing new. But this cycle is actually trying to maybe turn down into next week. I'm a little bit iffy on whether or not it's going to continue back up because it is low within the range. We kind of tend to look at the slower line, which is, these are higher cycles. So we're pretty low. You're seeing we're below the 50 reading. But this is trying to cross, and then I think the more relevant cycle is here. So we've already produced another pivot lower high, 67.50. And I think there is a chance that we get one more push down into the end of the week based on this cycle alone. So the way we played that is let me cover the 4-hour, which is down here. This is lower than the cycle. So we actually made a couple of hedge sales here in futures, covered it with the bottom of this 4-hour cycle, and then we took a couple of some of our long names we like in the altcoins, and we added to those today based on this 4-hour. But the game plan is to add here, but then to wait and see if we can add another couple bigger lots a little bit lower with the daily cycle. But this is kind of the way we view the markets in our model. Not kind of, it is. I mean, it's a multi-duration, multi-factor. You can't just single everything out to one cause and effect. You got to look across basically the fourth dimension, and you got to get time involved. It's not just price. You got to get the time component down. So that's a good look at the view at the cycles. Hope that helps.